Good evening. How is everyone? I hope you're all right. Happy Father's Day again to everyone. What an amazing day today. Right, I've got a few things to say. I've got a few things to say. Um, Before I've got Willie coming in about 10 past. I've got Dean possibly coming in, Decker possibly coming in. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. I've got something to say. I've got a few things to say after today. The first thing is Jambo. Jambo, buddy. Like, I don't really know, like, if I've said anything to upset you, bud, like, and make you not like me, I'm sorry for that, bud. I don't want any beef with you or motorsports. So massive shout out to you, Jambo. Bud, you got my number. If you want to ring me, like, I want to end that beef with you, Jambo. But I don't really want it. Like, I ain't really into that, innit? Like, this is a fight channel, innit? I love it, innit? Secondly, Dean Lynch Ward. Some people were saying, innit, like, it was shit or whatever. Let me tell you, I was there. Let me tell you, Dean, right? I had a load of people saying to me, Dean won't turn up, it's for YouTube views or whatever, right? But Decker was there early. Big shout out to Decker Eggy and all, right? Because, listen, I knew already before the fight. You know, when people were going to me, do you think, what do you think, what do you think? And I didn't want to fucking say anything until the day, because you can tell by people, by their mental on the day. And it was hard work, right? Because Decker was there. And Decker's like a crowd pleaser, and he walks around. He don't give a fuck, mate. You know, like at Wembley, you see like AJ and that, yeah? They're always like, they're backstage and that. But, you know, Decker was wandering around. He was quite happy and he looked so slim. Remember when I first met him was years and years ago, right? He was quite a tank then. And like, as soon as I saw him and I spoke to him, I knew he was going to be dangerous, really dangerous. And he was a lot lighter as well. So, like, my point is, Dean Lynch Ward. So many of you were like slagged him off, and then when he weren't going to turn up, yeah, then you same people are putting on there going, "Oh, he's a batty boy. He fucking got battered." Can I just say, like, why don't you give him a compliment and go, right, actually, I thought he wasn't going to turn up. He did. Because you know what? I heard every one of them body shots, like all the Joyces did, everyone did who was right by it, right? Some of them shots that Dean fucked Decker's ear up, mate. Dean, like, the problem that happened with Dean was he hurt Decker, and he hurt Decker early, yeah? For anyone who was there, the Joyces, big shout out to the Joyces. He hurt Decker very, very early, right? Listen, I can't. Everyone in the comments, I respect it, yeah, but I'm speaking, like, I can't respond to them. But message me on Insta and all that. I respect it. Dean hurt him really early, and it gave Dean a little bit of confidence, yeah, early confidence. And that's when Dean was in there and went, you know, you're in a fight now, innit? And Decker woke up a little bit. But listen, Dean fucking hurt him, right? And he hurt him. And Decker woke up, yeah, and was like, this geezer ain't a fucking mug. So I don't know if everyone sees it different to me, right? But I was there. See all the people's opinions. You know, when you're there, yeah, you've got these people sitting at home. You know, the ones that say they've got mental health and they're sniffing coke, right? And drinking and smoking weed. And they say they've got mental health and they don't even go out the house because they've got benefits. All them people, right, they comment on YouTube, they're a bit irrelevant, aren't they? Because all us taxpayers are paying for them to sit at home all day and go on YouTube. But like Dean's a family man, isn't he? He goes out to work. You see, he goes out scaffolding. But do you know what? See all the people that have called Decker out, they don't do anything, do they? They don't go, do they? Dean fucking turned up today, and do you know what? He was fucking well up for that fight. And I don't really care. I've got loads of pals that message me, I'm not going to name them, that have opinions on it. And then I'll tell them my opinion. They don't slag me off for loving Dean and respecting him for today. I don't do it. They respect my opinion. They don't go in on me. And that's what a lot of you people make. So I'm going to move on to my next one. Death threats. Okay? I do not want anyone messaging me. Any Joyces or anyone, right? Me and my pal I went with today, Steve-O, yeah? We live in fucking Rochester. I've had a couple of people today messaging me, fucking going in on me because I interviewed Decker, right? After the fight, and I interviewed him before. And I messaged them. I've got voice messages because they have got little YouTube channels, right? So they can happily put my voice messages on that I sent them back. But do you know what I said to them back was, right, you're calling me out, come down to where I live, Rochester. And everyone knows where I live, Rochester. It's actually Strood, yeah, but it's the same postcode. But these people who are messaging me because I've been associated with Decker, I don't give a fuck, mate. If you really got a problem, and I said to them, I work on a building site. See this, what I do now, this fighting talk. It ain't like the money ain't good, innit? I ain't great on YouTube, yeah. It's my thing. I love it though, but the money comes in now a little bit. Might be a couple of £100 a month. It's like if you like, it's like a part-time extra income. Like all of us want a bit of extra income, don't we? Because most of us are fucking grafting our asses off at work, aren't we? And we're fucking skint at the end of the week. All right, but see all the cokeheads and the people with mental health who message me, right? I had messages today about fucking people, from people. I've said to you all, I'm not interested in getting involved in any extra beefs or anything. Like I don't dig anyone out or anything. But see the people today that sent me the death threats, right? And you said you're gonna come. Come to, like, I've given you my postcode, innit? Come here and meet me and my pal. Because I don't need we don't need anyone else. I do a fighting channel. If I'm gonna get death threats because I do this channel, right? I don't care. Come, innit? And see what happens, mate. See what happens. Because if you come to my house and the old bill get called, right? Listen, this channel, I had mental health problems bad about a year and a half ago, right? And I was fucked up by the old bill. My house, my address is under a thing. If they get called to come here, they bring armed police and tasers because my mental health was really bad, right? When I got arrested a couple of years ago. So I'm on a little alarm. So if you want to come to my house, no problem. But we'll all get fucking tasered and arrested by armed police. So big up. So if you want to do it, come here. But this is my fighting talk channel, all right? This is my work and everything. This is what I love. I love today. Today, do you know when Dean turned up, right? It was a little bit late, wasn't he? But that Range Rover, all right? Even Dodgy, big shout out to you, Dodgy Joyce. Like, fucking all the Joyces, isn't it? So respectful today to me and my pal and all. Big shout out to you all. Dean turned up, right, and he was coming a Range Rover. And you see my interview, go and look at it with him. And he turned up, right, and like massive respect to him. I'm not answering any comments. I'm not answering comments tonight. I can't. I'm not interested. Like anyone who's fucking commenting good or bad, I'm just tonight. We're just talking, all right. So I'm not interested in the comments. All right. Dodgy Dave. Let's move on to him. So he started fucking playing up today. Then the Joyces rang him, and he went, "Yeah, I'm just trying to wind Decker up to get in his head." Didn't do a very good job of that, did you? You fucking dirty old cunt, robbing old people. You need to fuck off YouTube, bruv, because you are a wrong un. There's so many people on YouTube, and a couple of them have sent me these little threats today, right? And they're all fucking been in prison. They've all got sketchy passes that no one knows about. What's Dean Lynch Ward done? You know all you people that go in on Dean, right? What's Dean done? Been in prison for drugs, yeah? Might have exaggerated a few things. Going in on him. You all say Dougie's a bully and all that. From what I see of Dougie, he don't post anything fucking negative. Like, he never posts anything. Like, so all the YouTube stuff and that people spread around about these people, it's fucking, like, it's bollocks, bruv. It's bollocks. My next subject is Matt Legg. Big shout out to Matt Legg. Wow. Meeting him today, he was so cool. What a nice fella he was. Brilliant interviewing him. He's fought Paul Joyce, Anthony Joshua and all, isn't it? But was at a bit of a bare knuckle event, wasn't it? So I didn't really want to start talking to him about Anthony Joshua. But my mate who was with me, like, we were standing there, was just going to go, and he knew obviously Matt Legg was quite popular because everyone was going up to him. And I went, yeah, he had a fight with Paul Joyce. Paul Joyce, big shout out to you, Paul Joyce, as well. Respectful fella. Don't really want to do interviews. A lot of travellers don't want to. Not interested, are they? They're not in it for the glamour. They're in it for the. They're just in it for the work, isn't it? It's work to them. So yeah, big shout out to you, Matt Legg. It was a pleasure to meet you today. Decker Eggy. So I'll move on to Decker Eggy. So People are saying that the paperwork the Joyces had, they was in it for the money. They were in it for the money. They didn't make any money from the fight. They just had it at their site, didn't they? What do you think? How much do you think they made? They didn't charge anyone. Most of the people there were like family, friends, and stuff like that. So that's just ridiculous. We got to start cleaning up YouTube, innit? All the fucking wrong ones. You know the ones that have been threatening me today. I ain't even gonna fucking name them. But the worst one out of them all is that Dodgy Dave. Yeah, he started coming in this morning trying to fucking mug Decker off, and he admitted, didn't he? When the Joyces rang, he's like, "No, I ain't coming. I'm just trying to get in his head." What are you trying to get in his head on a fight day? What have you ever had a fight, Dodgy Dave? What have you done with your life? Robbed old ladies, yeah? And your Sunday, when you were a father as well on Father's Day, was consisted of trying to get in Decker in his head. You did not do a good job at all. You should go from YouTube now, mate, because you are just complete. You're just a complete wrong 'un. You robbed an old lady. Justify why you did that. And I've blocked you from this. I weren't going to, right? But this morning, you know, when I was on my live from the fight, you come in and started having your little comments, didn't you? So I blocked you. Do you know why I blocked you, Dodgy Dave? Because you were fucking irrelevant today. Irrelevant. And you will always be irrelevant with your mask and balaclava. And listen, you know Dave Courtney? Dave Courtney knocked that copper out. You know when he come out of court, yeah? And he said, every time I see that copper, I will knock him out. Dodgy Dave, I swear to God, if ever I see you, I'm not a fighter, but every time, and you knew, like, they asked me today, what if he comes? What do you do? I'll be like, nothing, because I've got respect for you and your sight, yeah? But Dodgy Dave, mate, I'm not a fighter, but if I swear to God, like Dave Courtney did that day when he come out of court, if ever I see you, I will fucking try and knock you out every time. You're a wrong, and you pimped your daughter out to fucking Decker Eggy, didn't you? You knew he was you knew all the fucking things that were said, innit? And you left your daughter alone, clout chaser. And you tried to get in on it today, didn't you? And I mugged you off. And do you know what? I've probably had 300-400 subscribers just because pointing out what a fucking dickhead you are. And you are, mate. You need to go and think about your life, right? You need to go back and think, what's your daughter having at school? Like, they know, don't they? They know. Fucking all the kids at school must be harassing your kids, mate. You're a shit dad. I hope you never got anything for Father's Day today, you fucking weirdo. Get him off YouTube, everyone. We don't need people like that. Let's get YouTube back to being fucking positive. Yeah, Dodgy Dave, who turns up at court in a fucking Zimo buggy to try and avoid getting done for benefits fraud. How was you going to get down to the fight in your little fucking scooter today? How long would that have took you? Get him off YouTube. Fucking get rid of him. Like, no place for him on here, is there? And I'm going to say it again. Big shout out to Jambo. Jambo, me and you met personally, bud. I've got a lot of time for you, like, and I really like you, Jambo. I don't want to go into any arguing with you, mate. No way. You've got my number. Give me a message and we'll sort it out privately, bud, all right? I don't want it with you, bud. And motorsports as well. Obviously, Jambo's sticking up for you, motorsports. Don't want any beef with any of you, all right? Well, it's about time we got someone in, isn't it? Who's coming in? William Joyce. Where the fuck are you? You said 10 past. We all know today, don't we? Decker Eggy was like, today, Decker Eggy was a fit Decker Eggy. He was like, you know, his mindset was good. He does suffer from mental health, definitely. 100%, innit? Whether it's drug fueled or whatever, I can't fucking say yes or no to that, because we all have our issues, don't we? See all the people that come on here and go on them lives late at night, pissed out their face on drugs, going, yeah, I've got mental health problems. And you're like, well, you're not really fucking helping it, are you? And you're not really helping the people who work. You know us ones that pay tax, innit? And we see all these dossers up till 4 in the morning, don't we? Well, we're still on drugs and all that. Like, it's quite offensive to us fucking taxpayers a bit, isn't it? Like, we're all out there working. Going. Big up, Jill. Right, I've got to start trying to look at some of these comments now. Really, there's so many. Big up to everyone. Smackhead Stacey, I've just seen your one. Right, William Joyce. 10 minutes, bud. Come on. Willie, you wanted this live, bud. No problem. Right, Willie, I've got another 10 minutes. Willie's just WhatsApp me. He's going to come on. James Locke. That ain't the real James Locke, is it? All right, let me go start going back through some of these comments. Big shout out to you. Smackhead Stacey, how are you? Thank you for your constant support with me and my channel, Smackhead Stacey. Also, thank you to a load of people, you know, because I interviewed Decker, innit? Loads of people could have gone in on me. Big shout out. I'm going to give one out to DG Backup, fella DG Backup, Northern King and all. I forgot to shout them two out yesterday. I know their channels go in on a bit on people I know, yeah, but see, Dean, he didn't go in on me because I interviewed Decker, did he? Or Decker didn't go, oh, fucking hell, you interviewed Dean. They know how it is, isn't it? It's simple. It's simple. Really simple. Slong Wong, how are you? Right, everyone, start commenting now. I can't go back through them. Everyone, all my followers. Fighting Irish. Despit. Wow. Danny Christie. Big up Danny Christie. He's coming on Wednesday night. My co-host on Wednesday is Danny Christie. I'm looking forward to that one. Always. Very, very humble and wise man. Paul Venice. Big shout out to Paul Venice. Big shout out to everyone who's been on this channel and everyone who's supported it. And I've got to start talking crap now, innit? Because I didn't expect to be talking for like half an hour on my own. Respect to you, Bristol Bomber. How are you, my friend? Any of you, any dads out there? You know, like I've missed it a lot. It ain't my weekend with my son anyway, but his mum would let me see him, innit? But like they understood. My son was watching innit this morning. Like he messaged me innit. He rang me before I got there on WhatsApp and he videoed me. He's like, yeah, I've set the bell and all that. So you know, I think my son's quite pleased. They like it, innit? My son likes it. And then my daughter didn't message me till about 7 o'clock. She's 21. How many parents out there that kids have moved out on Father's Day, on Mother's Day, waiting for their kids to message and thinking, please message me, innit? Please fucking message me. Because that's all that really matters. See all this stuff on YouTube, all this shit, yeah, all the fucking people wanting to have trouble with me and come to my yard, innit? Well, come to Strood. It's fine, innit? Like, no problem. Like, but this is just YouTube at the end of the day, innit? I'm mortal witty. I'm just saying it to the people, and I ain't really bothered, innit? It don't really bother me, innit? I'll be going to work in the morning, like, anyone's got a problem, come through, innit? No problem. They'll probably kick the fuck out of me, to be honest. But do you know what? I take pride in being like Dean. You know, like Dean, even if this morning he thought he might not have had a go, he might not have won, he went, didn't he? He turned up. So I take pride in being like that. Mate, I ain't had any drugs today, bro. I don't do drugs, so I don't really know why you're saying that, innit? I've had a few beers. You know, when I was doing them late night lives, I used to do them and that, but I was getting too many wrong people coming in, so I sorted my life out. So whatever you want to say, bud, pretty irrelevant though, isn't it? I mean, look at your name. Dean Decker is my boss wall. Your name's pretty irrelevant. It's a bit sad that you have that name, isn't it? So jog on, bud. Like, somebody just paid money, innit? Like, fucking a big shout out to you, just a fun. Happy Father's Day to you and all, my friend. Sorry that people like that, you know, people like that come in the chat. They're not really relevant, are they? Because they've never had a fight in their lives. They probably ain't even got a job, innit? You know, people who ain't got a job, disabled people who ain't got a job, respect to them, I feel for them. But you know the ones that just can't be bothered? Like that one who probably commented, yeah, they're irrelevant, aren't they? Really, really irrelevant. And it don't bother me. It don't bother me. But I will always answer your messages, you little weirdos, on Instagram, and you all know that, don't you? You all know when you send me them messages, I should be more like Dodgy, shouldn't I? And fuck it off. It's raining really hard. Yeah, how many people would have done that? How many people really would want to fight Decoregi? And you know the people that have been bullying, I won't call it bullying because I voice message them back, innit? And I reply. It's only bullying, but like I will come, innit? Like if you're gonna message me, but realistically, if you're messaging me because you've got a problem with Decker, go and see Decker, innit? Like go and have a fight with him. Why are you messaging me? We're just a fight channel, mate. We just interview fighters here. Nothing else. Nothing else. And the person also put on there about why I didn't ask him about his acro. I don't know fuck all about acros or the law. Why would I? I'm a flight channel. Why would I start looking into that and want to ask Dick Reggie about that? You've all been asking him about that for months. None of you have done any good. None of you have done any good. Yeah, and you've made stuff up as well. Big shout outs, Chippy Tits. I know, I'm waiting. They're all meant to be coming in. Dean, Willie, I'm going to fuck it. If none of them come in by half past, I'm going to fuck it off. It wasn't even my idea to do this tonight. But there's 526 people in, so big shout out to you. Jambo's going to batter me. Well, if he wants to batter me after I've just bigged him up twice, then, well, I don't know what to say about that. What? Yeah, he did. Oh, listen, what's your name? He had to turn up no matter what, though. Yeah, but he could have rang the old bill or anything, couldn't he? He could have had it stopped. He didn't have to turn up. He was up for that fight. So Jamie Lucas, appreciate your opinion, yeah, but don't be muggy. Do you want to fight Decareggi, bud? Do you want to go up and do it? Anyone who comments, people who comment about anything, unless you've actually fighted yourself, big shout out to you, Dave Kai. The message is going quick again. Peeps, people can message me on Instagram, and normal people, if you go on Instagram, I can give you my WhatsApp, innit? But you got to be careful who you give it to, innit? You have to know people for about a month before, because they could come out. Oh, here we go. We have a guest. Oh, we have a Joyce. Let's get him in. William Joyce, how are you?
Hello, Dan. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. I can hear you loud and clear.
Sorry for the delay, mate. I do apologise.
I think they thought I was blagging them just to get some views.
No, we had to return the ring to the fellow we got it off. So we did. We returned the ring back to the boxing club. But you enjoyed yourself today, Dan?
I'm just gonna say right now. I can't answer to any comments or anything. I'm gonna speak to Willie now. All right, Willie. I had a brilliant day. Massive respect to you and all the Joyces. Like, what an amazing family you have, my friend.
Thank you very much, Dan. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it? Listen, we're all right. We're just happy-go-lucky people. No harm in us at all.
Big shout out to your dad and all, Timmy, and your brother.
Yeah, no problem at all. He said he'll come on. He'll come on next time or something,
Yeah, nice lad, really nice lad, isn't it? Like, yeah, you don't meet many people that age, mate, that don't get involved in the drinking and the drugs, man.
Yeah, no, he don't drink at all. He don't smoke. Listen, let's hope it stays that way. He's only young. Let's hope it all stays that way, Dan.
Let's hope it stays. So, Willie, your opinion on today's fight, mate? Like, right. I don't know if you've heard any of the videos I've done, but I was really proud of Dean.
100%. So I want to start off first. I've had about 20, 30 phone calls, no exaggeration, about this paperwork bullshit, right? And this will be the last time I comment on it, Dan.
Yep.
Decker came last night with the paperwork. It wasn't the subject access thing that everyone keeps asking about. It was a convictions list. No NFAs. He showed it. There was no convictions. We agreed to the fair play. That's it. So that's the end of that one there, Dan, yeah? All good?
Yeah, all good, bud. Same for me. So can I just say,
I won't be talking about it anymore.
Willie, right? I've been dealing with Willie, right? So Willie said to me this morning, the paperwork's been checked, right? But people are saying to me, how can I prove that? They're lying. Like, they're not. I take this man's word for what he says, okay? So I'm not going to have to justify anything, right? These Joyce family, let me tell you, the most welcoming people in the world. So for anyone who weren't there, who haven't had the pleasure to meet them, right, these people are the nicest people in the world. They would not lie just to that. And they didn't make how much money. They said that you made money out of it. Willie,
not a penny. Mate, not a penny. Not a penny.
In fact, how much did you spend on food and that for everyone, Willie?
Well, the food there today. Look, we were out the best part, maybe of £1,000 there today.
Yeah.
You know, but that doesn't matter, and I'm only saying that because you're asking. But that really don't matter. We made nothing there today. Honestly, God, nothing at all. How would we have? You know, how would we have? We didn't charge people to come. Did we charge you, Dan?
No, 100% no. And
No.
you actually took us out. You actually took us out for breakfast and all.
Lovely, bro.
You still didn't reimburse me for that, you cunt. Nah. Listen, mate. I hope you enjoyed it. And any time you come to Oxford, I'll always treat you for some breakfast, mate. No problem at all. But anyway, you want to talk about the fight?
Yes, I do.
Fair play to Dean Lynch Ward. Fair play to Decker Heggie. Dean Lynch, I think, heart of a lion, tried his best. Decker was obviously a very good man, very tough man. It was a draw at the end of it, but I'd like all the trolls and people giving Dean Lynch shit. Would you fight Decker Heggie in the ring that we have? If you will, we can get it organised. Not a problem. You know, Decker Heggie will fight him, I'm sure. But just instead of trolling Dean, give him a bit of praise. The man came. He came here. Everyone said he wouldn't turn up. He showed up, done what he had to do. He went out and fought. Fair play to him.
Yeah. Listen, where's Wally, right? I have not done any cocaine, and I did not drink today. I come home and had a couple of pints in the pub, bud. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just one of them weirdos, aren't you? So I'm going to block you because in this chat we only have positive people. Sorry.
Dan, you've got a proper channel, mate. I wouldn't even reply to them. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, do you know what? Like they're getting more and more now, obviously. So I will not.
Decker and Dean squashed the beef today. He squashed it. It's over.
Yeah.
I just hope the people out there gives the both of them respect for getting into the ring and gives Dean respect for turning up. Decker was always going to turn up because you got to think Decker's an experienced bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah, he lives for it, doesn't he? He loves it.
That was his 17th bare knuckle fight today, I was told. That's not counting all the unlicensed fights he's had, but bare knuckle, that's his 17th fight. And he had a lot more experience than Dean. Dean has nothing to be ashamed of, not one thing. He went out there, done what he had to do. He tried and landed some good shots. You know, he landed some good shots.
Look, Willie, obviously, you had to tell me to be quiet because I was trying to record and comment on the fight. But I'm not very excited because Dean landed a really good shot in here on Decker's ear. Well, a couple of good shots.
I can see where you get the commentating skills from. Definitely.
But people Dean outled Decker a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he landed some good shots in him, and he landed a good shot in his ear. His eardrum, he busted that up a bit, but obviously Decker came back. And look at people's commenting about dropping him twice. Dean took it, got back up, and carried on. You know what I mean? He carried on.
Yeah.
Dean has nothing to be ashamed of. But regards to Decker, a fit Decker Heggie, I believe. Don't matter what you think of him, if you like him or not, he go out there to the best of them. And I mean the best of them. He's a serious man to fight, you know?
We definitely saw a lot lighter and a lot fitter Decker Heggie today than we did when he fought Danny Christie.
I think he lost 3.5 stone, he said. You know, maybe have that fight again. But as Decker said today, he'd like to have fights without the bad blood, without the name calling. You know, do it in a sportsmanship way. You know, and I don't know. We'll have to see. But Decker draws drama for some reason. You know, he draws a lot of drama, but he certainly gets the views, doesn't he? And he certainly brings an audience.
And you know, you know what? I'm going to give him a massive shout out as well, right? Because I think when Dean went down for probably the second time, and they were counting, Decker said, give him as long as he needs. So you got to respect him a little bit for that, innit? Because he knew he was going to win the fight, innit? So he did. Decker does show a lot of respect when he's fighting people, regardless of what you say about him. Just
replying to one of the comments there, yes, it was a 16-foot ring, so we had a 12-foot ring lined up, but obviously, Big Paul being a big old fella, Dougie as well. You know what I mean? There's 4 big men in the ring there, so we just thought maybe a 16-foot would be better. But it doesn't matter because they weren't running from each other anyway. You know, you could have had it in a phone box. You could have had it in a phone box.
That's a silly question. Oh, fucking hell! That's a silly question for me. And Dougie bet. I don't know. Dougie bet 20k with you, but I don't know. I don't really know. But that's a really irrelevant question for this channel, isn't it? I know it's really
I,
hard. And the fact
I
you put in
honestly,
capital letters.
I honestly don't. I honestly don't know. I don't know if he had money on it. I really don't know. That wasn't our job
No,
to.
no. And why do people really care about it? Do you know, some of these people, right? They're more interested in right. They didn't turn up, right? So let's find the negatives about it. And then they're going on Dougie. They've gone right in on Dougie today because he's done that video calling out Douglas Dougherty. But listen, none of you have got to get in and fight Douglas Dougherty or Dougie Joyce. So you know when you're watching these videos and that, yeah, with your little opinions. Maybe have a fight yourself. If Conor McGregor or anyone who has fights comes and goes and says Dougie Josh a bit of a prick, then you take it, innit? 'Cause he's a fighter. But I don't see fighters. I don't see fighters coming up and mugging Dougie or Dean off. To be fair, like they all respect him, innit?
Yeah, 100%. It's. I think whatever people do on YouTube, they're going to get stick. I just think for grown men and women to get on a YouTube channel and give people shit like that is crazy. You know, making videos and calling them out is one thing, but to make an account and give loads of comments, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know, God help them.
Willie, I don't really want to fucking go too much into this fella because of you, but the name has come up with us for a few days. Like Dodgy Dave, right? Obviously, when I went live from your from the ring this morning, this fella again started coming in trying to put downers on it, and obviously, you know, I spoke to you about it, and people like this are irrelevant, aren't they? From fight days.
Well, I think him and Decker, they have got a problem. And listen, I don't want to speak on any of the accounts like that. It's just not my. I mean, I don't really want to speak.
Same as me, bud. Same as me. But when someone comes in like him,
I'm sure Dave. Listen, I'm sure Dave could be a nice fella. You know what I mean? Obviously, he has this opinion of Decker. There's no winners in it. You know what I mean? There's just no winners. The only thing I can say to people going forward is have it like today. Have a fight like today. And I'm sure. I'm not saying Dave wouldn't. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he wouldn't, but I'm just saying in general. Have a fight in a ring and let it. You know what I mean? Let it go.
I'll tell you what, Willie Joyce. Nobody's ever angered me like him. So if he wants it, I'd fucking. That's the only person on YouTube I'd fucking have a straightener with is him because I don't like him. So like, if he wanted it, because he's been harassing me as well, isn't it? Dodgy Dave, if you wanted it at the Joyce site, bud, I'd happily fucking. I wouldn't train or nothing. I'd just come in it and wind myself up and do that. But Dodgy Dave, yeah, you've been in my life, yeah. You're trying to fuck my channel up, innit? So Dodgy Dave, if you ever fancied that, contact Willie Joyce, yeah.
Why don't you just speak to him? Why don't you just speak to him on the phone or something? Maybe you can work it out, you know?
No way, because what he does, the accusations he makes and stuff like that, like it's gone beyond that. Like I didn't want to. When I ignore all these people on the radar on it, but he tries to hijack things and stuff like that. So you know, anyway, you want that anyway. You'd want to see me with him, innit? That's the only person. He's so fucking. He's a wronger, mate. He tried to sabotage the live today. He tried to sabotage my live Friday. All the other people that don't like Decker, Humble Dry, and all them, they respected it. They didn't go in on me. They just left me to do it. But he wanted to get attention, didn't he? Attention. So yes.
Whoever comes into the site looking for fair play, we'll give it to them. On paper, we wasn't Dean's fair playman, but we were there. We were there for the whole event. You know, we was his fair playman. But you could see the way Paul was caring for him today, making sure nothing bad was happening. You know, whoever comes into this site, we get the best of fair play. If you and Dave was to fight, make sure you come in safely, go out safely. You know, but look at. Life is short for all the YouTube wars, man. Do it for money. Make some money off it. The whole lot easier. Yeah, mad bastards.
No, I'll just do it for my channel, innit? But he's disabled, isn't he? Well, he ain't disabled. He got done for fiddling disabled benefits. Let's move on from Dodgy Dave anyway. But Dodgy Dave, listen.
One second. I just want to say big up to the people there in the comments. There's a couple of them there, and I can't find them now. I look like a cunt now. Yeah, there's a couple of people saying big up Willie Joyce and all that. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.
Another one. I've just seen Paul Joyce. I'm going to go on to Paul Joyce quickly.
A legend.
Paul Joyce
Allegedly.
didn't want to do any interviews, and I respected that, really did. But Paul
Scott Lee.
Joyce
Yeah, big
didn't
up
really know
Scott
who
Lee.
I was.
Big up Scott Lee.
Then he seen me
Listen,
interviewing Decker, didn't he? Decker, Dean, and Dodgy, and he's like, "What's your channel?" And then he went on it, didn't he? And he went, "You've done a video on me, innit?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he went, "Somebody's saying I'm involved in this and that." I was like, "Don't listen to YouTube." But big shout out to Paul Joyce, mate. Pleasure meeting you today. Probably one of the best fair play men around. Like, you know, always.
listen, he's had a long career in bare knuckle boxing, and he's now a fair play man. And but listen, he's a nice man. He's if he's shown fair play for whatever side, he'll make sure the other fella gets the fair play. You know.
Dodgy Dave, that ain't really you, is it? But Decker Eggy's in your head, bud. Like, you ain't in my head, bud, because I'm going back to work in the morning. You know what work is when you have to go on a Monday and fucking not fraud to benefit people, all us that pay tax. But Dodgy Dave, you ain't in my head, bud. Do you really want it, bud? I'll happily do it. Contact Willie Joyce. You're the only person, right? I will literally want to fuck up, mate. And I really fucking would take pleasure in that. You are a fucking sick, twisted pensioner robber, and you're blocked again, bud. Big shout. Let's move on again, Willie.
You never know. You and Dave could go for a pint afterwards. Who knows? Eh? Stranger things has happened.
We could, but he keeps wanting to get in our lives, doesn't he? He keeps chasing clout. He has masks of Decker Heggie hanging around his house, which is a bit weird. If somebody
Give
had
him a
done
phone
what he's
call.
done to my daughter, I
Give him a phone
I
call.
wouldn't have Decker Heggie masks for her.
Give him a phone call. See what's happening. See. That's what I'd do. That's what I'd do. Give him a phone call.
Sort it out. Sort it out after this one, bud.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a good fight today. It was a good event. I hope you enjoyed the food and the drink, and yeah, all. But when I say drink, non-alcoholic, of course.
Yeah.
Water,
And Willie, can I
Coke, and
say,
Diet Coke.
your dad was trying to fill me and my mate with food, yeah, and you took us out for the mega breakfast, right? And he dragged me to the table. I had to eat, and my mate got away with it, really. But yeah, man, I was having to force eat. I didn't expect you bought us a mega breakfast. I've never seen so much food on a plate in my life.
I think that yeah, the pub was doing a thing for Father's Day. If they were saying any men that came in, they were doing, like, I don't know what it was, a special. It was a big one, all right. Definitely. Well, it was good. Listen, it was a good day. I enjoyed it.
Obviously, I left pretty soon after. I mean, how long did everyone else hang around for? Are you originally from Galway, Willie?
No. Thanks for the comment earlier, Malta Witty, but no, I'm not. I'm from Oxford, mate. Born and bred in Oxford. Yeah, born and bred here, mate.
And can I just say, right? Obviously, before I went last week, me and Willie have been contacting each other for ages. We've had a bit of bants, but Willie is the man. His dad, wow, his dad Timmy as well. Amazing family. Like, you don't
Thanks very much, mate.
Yeah, you don't get that. Like, you just don't see that. And people who slag travellers off and stuff. There's a lot of gorgeous I know that are nowhere near as nice as this family are. Amazing.
There's good and bad in everybody. That's the way you got to look at it. It was good and bad in everybody. I won't say all travellers is nice. I won't say all gorgeous people is nice, but it's
Willie, we got quite a few people in tonight. There's 700. So, can I ask everyone, right? Willie has got his own channel, and he wants to do his channel about boxing. Willie's a massive boxing fan. So, can everybody, like, I can't put a link in because I can't go off this. Can everyone go and sub to Willie's channel? So, Willie's going to do, Willie loves boxing, innit?
Can you put the link in the description after this, maybe? No?
How does that work? 100%. I can put it in after. I can after.
Yeah.
I'm in your head, Daniel, 24/7. You couldn't fight sleep, Daniel. I could sleep, bud. Do you know what? Because you weren't there, innit? Like, I couldn't sleep for adrenaline because I was excited about the fight. Dodgy Dave, just keep going, innit? Keep going with your little fakes, innit? Listen, probably not the real one. Willie, sort out me and Dodgy Dave speaking on the phone tonight after this, because I'm not even sure that's the fella, to be honest. So
I don't think it is, to be fair.
Nah, Willie will sort it out, okay? I've got no beef with anyone. Jambo, again, massive shout out to you. Motorsports, don't want any beef with you. This is just a fight channel. I've kind of been dragged into all this stuff because of 3D and everything. But
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Dodgy
I'll tell you what I'll
Joyce,
do. I'll tell you what I'll do, Dan. Not stopping you talking. I'll put
go
me
on.
link on in your comments, and then maybe people can get it there. I'm gonna see what I can do.
Can you do it now? Are you available? Can you put a link in now? Or can
So you know,
anyone put a link for Willie's channel in the thing for us? There's loads of people here. It's him on his troll accounts. Okay, so Dodgy Dave, after this live goes off, mate, me and you can have a chat on the phone, and we'll sort our beef out. And listen, I'm not going to change my opinion or anything, but I would rather end the beef, mate. But if you keep coming in my lives and slagging Decker Eggy off when you've robbed old ladies yourself, I'm not going to accept it. But I will try and have a fucking discussion outside of here because I'm not interested in like anything. When I go off lives, I go back to my normal life. This doesn't dominate my life. Like Willie works, innit? All of us work, innit? We have other stuff to do. Willie, go on.
yes, my man. So what do you want to talk about next, then?
Well, I suppose I don't know. I don't know. What should we talk about? The next one, Dougie Joyce versus Douglas Doherty. That's the next big one that's come up today.
Did you see Dougie Joyce done a video from today? I didn't see that. He done it at our place?
Yeah, like Dougie come up to me and went, right, let's have a chat. And he spoke to Paul. Apparently Douglas Doherty done a video today. I haven't seen it myself, innit? But
Didn't
yeah,
see it,
Dougie
no.
done a video. Big shout out to Dougie again. He done a video to Douglas Doherty. And I don't believe, like loads of people message and that. There was a lot of comments as well. Dougie's just going to dance around, they're going to do this. I don't think you can't do that in a ring, can you? You can't escape anything in the ring. So
I think
big shout out to Douglas Doherty as well and Dougie Joyce, because that fight will happen. And I don't think it's going to go how people say. I think they're going to have a fucking war in that ring.
And listen, I think you'll see a better fight, but that's for anyone that fights in a big area, and if they fight in a smaller ring, it's going to be a better fight, yeah.
Definitely, and realistically, see all the people that put these comments about Dougie, right? You've got to ask yourself, because would you actually want to go in a ring with him? Would you really want to test it if he is the real deal or not? And this is the problem with YouTube, isn't it? It gives people access and the ability to fucking just slag people off. When realistically, this is the fight game, Willie, ain't it?
That's it, 100%. It's the fight game, and that's just the way it is. To be honest with you, may the best man win.
It's fair to say, Willie, if any people maybe have a beef with somebody else, they might be able to contact you, and you can help people out with beefs.
So 1 second, buddy. 1 second, Dean. Dan, give me 1 second. 1 second.
Right, he just called me Dean. He called me Decker earlier as I was leaving.
No, sorry. Go on. Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me? I'm back now.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. What were you saying? I was disturbed there for a second. Go on.
So a load of people have got these beefs and stuff like that, right? If anyone has real serious beefs with someone, it can get to a stage where they're gonna fuck each other up. They can contact you, and you can help them sort it out in safety in a one-on-one.
To be honest with you, we've done that for many years. To be honest, my dad, Paul, and the boys. When I was a bit young for it, and they've done it. They've mediated between families. They've got families to have fair fights. Got families to shake hands and forget about it. It's just the way it is, yeah. Thank you, Dog the Underboss. Thank you very much. Who said I'm like a Philadelphia lawyer? What's all that about? Someone said I'm like a Philadelphia lawyer, eh? Whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Well, I think we had 45 minutes. Willie, what a pleasure it was to meet you and your family today.
No
and
problem.
Listen, so that is definitely a dodgy one. You keep changing your name to come in. I'm no longer going to answer anything from anyone called Dodgy Dave. If you got Willie's going to ring you tonight, bud. If you want to sort it out seriously, like properly off YouTube, Willie will ring you.
I'd like the two of you to sort out 100%. Just a quick message there to Danny Christie. I think is that his real account, the real Danny Christie with the crop there.
Which one? I haven't seen that. Where is Danny?
He left a comment there.
That is the real Danny Christie.
Yeah. Big shout out to Christie, an absolute gentleman. Danny, sorry. I've had a few chats with him, an absolute gentleman. I wouldn't mind meeting up with the fella. He seems a very nice man, and he can definitely fight 100%. He's a very, very good boxer, technical boxer.
Willie, can I ask you, right? Mr. Christie is my co-host on Wednesday from 8 o'clock. Will you be watching?
Yeah, I'll be watching 100%. I'll watch it. Yeah, send us a link to it and I'll watch on, no problem.
Danny Christie, I'm looking forward to our chat on Wednesday, my friend, 8 o'clock. You are a legend, mate, and I'm sure you respect Dean as well for today as a fighting man. I'm going to wrap this up. Cesspit, big shout out to you, Fighting Irish. Everyone who's commented, there's loads of new people now, yeah. MBTV, you're a regular commenter. Big shout out to you. Mrs. Salford, you're a regular. Fly Me to the Moon. Well, right, but they put a link out for Willie's channel. Big shout out to you.
Who's done it, sorry?
I think Flying to the Moon.
Thanks very much. God bless you. Flying to the Moon. Thank you.
G. Summers, thank you for that nice comment. Oh, fuck, man. Big difference.
Thanks very much, Sean Wayne. Thank you.
Grapes and Dave and his fraud. Definitely. Definitely. Well, listen, I don't want any beef with anyone. If it gets too much for me, I'll just fuck it off. Do you know what I mean? But listen, been there today, been with Joyce, isn't it? This is a fight channel. I've got to remind you.
And that's what I look forward to talking about on your channel and on my channel is professional boxing. You know what I mean? That's what I want to be talking about, to be honest, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And Willie, you can do lives now. I look forward to being invited on as a guest for one of your lives, bud.
I'll wait till I get some subs for that. I'll have to see. I'll wait till the subs go up, mate, and definitely. We'll see where it goes, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Can everyone go and sub to his channel, though? Can everyone go and sub to Willie's channel?
Yeah, give us a follow on Instagram as well, at William_Oxford_Joyce. And let's see. Listen, I've always wanted to do something in the media regards boxing, and hopefully this will be the time. I want to thank you as well behind the scenes. You've been helping me do a few things. I do appreciate it. God bless you for that.
Thank you for everything you've done as well, bud. Fight for building up there. Huh?
No problem.
All right, Big Steve wants a quick word, Willie.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello, Big Steve. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. I'd just like to say thanks for breakfast and most amazing day, and big respect to your family and the fighters. It was an awesome day, mate.
No problem. But when we actually to put the gloves on for a spar, you went running, mate.
You never know.
No, he said to me, as soon as you left me, all the travellers were asking me if I had fights and all that. And I'm like, I told him before, like, the amount of shows I've been to with people who come with me. And as soon as I leave them, the travellers are like, oh, yeah, what have you done? Have you had a fight, innit? Because travellers love fighting, innit?
I swear to God, a fella the other day, thank you to Cesspit for sharing that. A fella the other day contacted me on Instagram, right? And he said, can I come down to the fight and blah, blah, blah. I said, I didn't really know him, so I politely refused him. And he says, I'll come down, he goes, and I'll pretend to talk about that I was a boxer and all that. And I said to him, listen, forget all that bullshit. You don't have to pretend you're a fighter or not. A human's a human. And anyway, he got around me, and I said, yes, you can come down, no problem. And he turns round, I'll tell people I was an extra in the film Snatch. So instantly, I blocked him. Instantly.
Big shout out to Ricky Gorman. On your success lately, my friend. Massive shout out to you as well.
He turned around and said, I'll tell people I was an extra in the film Snatch. I thought, no, you're not going, sorry. You're blocked. See you later.
Willie, thank you very much for everything the last few weeks. Everyone, I didn't say anything, did I? But Willie was my Joyce connection. I didn't say anything from the start, but I've got to say, Willie is one of the most nicest fellas you could meet, 100%. Willie, I'm going to end this now. This has been
Nope.
the most hectic week of my life, and I've got to get back on my hod in the morning. So,
God bless you,
big
mate.
shout
Keep
out
doing
to
it.
the Joyce family and everyone in
Yep.
the Joyce family. Big shout out to Decareggi, Dean Lynch Ward, Dodgy Joyce, Matt Legg, Timmy Joyce, everyone who was there today, all them young traveller lads on the site. They showed me so much respect, hasn't it? Big
I just
shout
want
out
to
to
say
you all.
one thing before, well, two things I want to say before we go. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yeah.
And secondly, for the people that's going to give Dean Lynch Ward a load of crap, would you step in the ring with Decker Heggie? Ask yourself that. And on that
Yeah.
note, good night and God bless.
Fair
Good
play.
night to you, Willie Joyce, and good night to everyone on YouTube. And remember, Danielle, like, you can't even spell my name. You're calling me Danielle, you little faggot. Listen, this ain't him. I pretty much know that there's two people that really try and fuck me up and troll me. Cut more today, but I know you are so dodgy, Dave. Your spelling's always the same. You're a woman, isn't it? You're not a fucking bloke. Right, so Dodgy Dave, if you're listening, you got the opportunity tonight. We can do it. We can do it one of two ways. Willie will put us in contact tonight, bud. But believe me, like, all the stuff you've done and that, I don't agree with or whatever. But if we can end the beef off of YouTube, we'll do it. But you won't hear another thing from me, Dodgy Dave. But if you really want that, I've called you, innit? So it's down to you, innit? Well, you've been fucking harassing me, mate, and you've been jumping in my lives, innit? Trying to fuck them up when all I do is fighting talk, innit? Like, you're jumping in today, innit? When I was in that ring, you started commenting, so I had to fucking say, didn't I? I had to say you're irrelevant. I've slagged you off loads, innit? But you've come in mine, innit? Leave Decker alone, leave Dean alone, let him live now. The beef's done. If Decker or Dean start coming back on YouTube, doing stupid videos and whatever, but for today, for tonight, and tomorrow, leave them be, innit? Big shout out to you, Dean Lynch Ward, again, because all them people that said you weren't gonna turn up, then made other comments that you got battered. You didn't get battered, bud. You got up every time. And Dean, I know you would have got up every time, mate. You would never have stopped. So for anyone who didn't like it and everything, it is what it is. But you weren't there. But big shout out to all my subs today. Nearly 1,000 subs from one day, innit? Just from being loyal and not going in on people. That Dodgy Dave fellow keeps coming in. If that's really you, we'll sort it out now. We'll get in touch with you right now, buddy. And I ain't doing what everyone else does on here. Let's go. The Dodgy Dave, you're weird, innit? You're weird. That is the Dodgy Dave. Don't give your daughter to a child, like someone who you fought and had the allegations of child molestation, bud. You're the one that handed your daughter over and left her alone, not me, bud. Big up to everyone. See ya.